Hey guys, welcome to Daddy Share Space. I actually got a question about what actually fixed my EVAP code leak error on my truck. So, just getting directly to the point, I actually was following my scan tool as far as what it was telling me to do. Initially, it told me to replace the leak detection pump, and then after I replaced the leak detection pump, it still said I had a leak, and it basically said that I should change the vapor canister, and it also said that I should change the canister purge device. I replaced all those devices, and I also discovered that there was a vapor filter canister, which I also changed out. Once I changed all of those components, I was still having the EVAP leak code. So at that time, I decided to go get the smoke machine. I plugged the smoke machine in where the canister purge device plugs into the car, and that revealed that it basically led me to a hose that actually ran from the leak detection pump up into the engine compartment, and it was a dead-end hose. There was actually a plastic cap that fit on top of it. That plastic cap had deteriorated, and there was smoke coming out of that area, which I discovered with the smoke machine. So what I did was I found some like plumbing type hardware to actually plug up that hose, and once I plugged that hose up and I put some hose clamps to clamp it all down and get it pretty secure, initially that did not make the check engine light go off. So from that point, I decided to go ahead and I was going to change the fuel pump and inspect all of the hoses that were going to that were basically going back to the gas tank. So since I was going to go ahead and change the fuel pump, I went ahead and drove to the nearest AutoZone that actually had one of my fuel pumps in stock. It was actually a few miles, probably about 15-20 miles away. And as a result of me taking that drive after having my car sit for a few weeks, I actually ordered the fuel pump. When I came out and I got in the truck, I turned on the car and I noticed that my EVAP light was no longer, or my check engine light was no longer on. So I wanted to wait a little bit. I drove it around for the next few days. I drove it to work, and the check engine light never came back on. So today when I got home, I actually went ahead and ran my scan tool again, and my car is showing up as though it's all in the green and is ready to pass small. So what actually fixed it? Basically, the hose, I found the leak with the smoke machine. I went directly to that area and I repaired that. I feel strongly that if I put all of my old components back on my car, that I would not have the leak. So I do not think that it was the actual leak detection pump. I do not think it was the vapor canister. I don't think it was the vapor canister filter, and I do not think that it was the canister purge device. I do believe that it was that plastic cap that was leaking, and that's what solved my problem. However, once you have that check engine light come on and you have that issue, once you repair it, there's a device that I think it's called the PCM. It's part of the computer workings of your car. That is like the brain that basically is overseeing your EVAP system, and it has to reset and recycle. So even though I repaired the issue when I repaired that leak, it had not cycled over because I was expecting it to be repaired immediately for the light to just go off, and it didn't do it. It took me some time of driving the vehicle around for the system to repressurize and actually, use all those components, whether it be the leak detection pump, the canister purge device, and also the the EVAP containers. Once all that was vacuum sealed, then it sent a signal back to the PCM saying the car is fine, and the check engine light came off on its own. So if you don't fix the problem, if you don't locate the problem, it's not going to go off. So in my auto repair manual, it does say that it's pretty difficult to basically narrow down what is wrong when there's an EVAP code, and oftentimes it does require some special equipment. For myself, the smoke machine was probably, if I had to do this again, I would go with the smoke machine. I would hook it up where your canister purge device is, and clamp it before you get to the what do you call it, the leak detection pump, just to see if there's any leaks between those devices there. Then if you want to, you can unclamp it, but remember, like, if you just let it run all the way through your system, then it can go all the way back. That smoke can go all the way back into your gas tank and all of that. Now, if that's where your leak is, then you would need to know that. But I actually quarantined off the front portion of the EVAP system, and that's how I discovered that basically I had a hose that a dead-end hose that where the cap actually was deteriorated, and that needed to be sealed up. Anyways, guys, just wanted to answer that question. Thanks for taking time to watch the video, and I'll see you in my next one. Take care.